Hi everyone, it's Josh from Dungeon Boys, welcoming you back for another episode of adventure as we play through The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. In our last episode, our party returned the stolen voice of Candlefoot. They gained a new ally, and plans were made for the performance of the Big Top Extravaganza. What secrets will we uncover, and what adventure will we find? Join us as we explore more of The Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Mid-air fat man.
Yeah, because he's fat. Throw the jerky in his mouth.
That works.
Underneath the bleachers, you hear the clapping.
You just wanted an easy target for a knife throw, didn't you?
Well, knives are exciting.
Knives are exciting. Jerky is exciting, though. I like this jerky idea. It's got legs.
I guess we could try to be comedic instead of impressive.
Yeah. Comedic and impressive.
Yeah.
I love it.
As you guys are,
I'm like slowly starting to get wider.
Yeah. Wait,
pushing us off the bench.
Right?
You can shapeshift too, can't you? What? You've already turned into a fat man. Do you change weight to become fat people?
I'd rather not participate because if something goes wrong and they see me, you guys aren't going to be in good standing anymore.
Well,
we need somebody to post bail. It'll be all right.
Sock over your head. It's fine.
Yeah. Wait,
kidding.
No, you. Also, just in case something bad happens, you need somebody on the outside. I'll be here under the bleachers if you need me, though.
Okay.
Sounds good.
As this conversation is wrapping up, the lights dim. And a hush falls over the crowd.
Hush.
A second later, a spotlight illuminates a lithe, elven figure sitting in a silver hoop, suspended above the center ring by silk ropes. The elf wears a dazzling suit of diamond-paned mirrors and a pair of butterfly wings. His scepter is topped with a spinning vane. Welcome, one and all, to the evening's extravaganza! I am Mr. Light. Prepare to be delighted.
He's gonna steal the lights.
Everybody claps.
That's why they call him that.
I'm being easily amused.
So as he comes down, he's
Easily so.
This man is bright. He's vibrant. He's Mr. Light, right? He's obviously Mr. Light, and he wants you to be delighted. He seems like a cool dude, exciting at least. He's running the show like a master showman. All the acts are coming out at the right time. You're starting out over the course of an hour. A bugbear comes out. A bugbear wearing a pumpkin as a mask on his head comes out and does feats of strength. Palasha the mermaid is dragged out in a bit of a pool and she sings a song. If you've ever seen The Greatest Showman, a song that produces the amount of emotion that one lady's Never Enough song. Never enough, never enough. So just picture there's not a dry eye in the house after that one. Unless you're somehow emotionally impaired, like some of our characters are.
The majority of our characters.
Yeah. Candlefoot comes out and plays silent games with the audience members. As he comes around miming to you, he gives you a knowing glance.
I thought you were about to say Silent Night, and I was like, what does that have to do with this?
He comes out and sings, and he says, this would have been really difficult without my voice. No, he plays games. He's tossing balls to the crowd, does some charades and different things, and there are kids just clapping with glee. It's so much fun that everybody's having. There are fairy dragons with bright streamers tied to their tails flying around.
Fairy dragon?
Yeah. There are dazzling acts of synchronized flying from them, and then the troupe of acrobats and clowns and fire breathers they parade about and do all kinds of fire breathing and fun things. How are you guys feeling throughout this? Is there any point at which you guys want to interrupt this, or are you just taking in the show?
Taking it in, clapping away.
I'm being easily amused.
You're loving it.
Right?
You wept bitterly at the sad song of Palasha.
Yeah.
You were so in it. All Candlefoot was doing was pretending to be like a goat. And when some child guessed right a goat from the crowd, you just like threw your hands up like, of course it was a goat! Like, you know, the most excited thing you could do. But the show went on for about an hour, and that you are getting to the end of some of the acts. And Mr. Light comes back into the center ring, and he says...
Everybody go home.
He says, the carnival is only half over this evening as the Big Top Extravaganza draws to a close. It has been my pleasure to be your ringmaster this evening, but if you've been here before, you know that some of you will have an opportunity to woo the crowds. Now, is there anyone here that would like an opportunity to bring joy and glee to your fellow patrons and have the chance to meet with I, Mr. Light, and Mr. Witch for a further conversation about the way you've brought joy to our carnival?
I raise my hand. She's like,
Is that us? Do we do
That's
the thing?
us.
Please go
you
down.
raise our hands.
Yeah, right here.
So he scans.
At this point, I'm taking up like half the bench. So
Yeah.
I haven't gained any height. It's just all width.
He
like Bender.
scans the crowd with his witch light vein, looking, and he's pointing at people who are raising their hand. There's some people around, or whatever. But he says, "Oh my! A group of 4 together who wish to bring us some joy. Please, it's rare we have a troupe come and give us any sort of entertainment. Please come and join me in the center ring."
So I'm getting up off the bench, but like most of my mass just stays there. Like it's way out to the side.
Mr. Light very briefly has like half of his smile go down, like he's like concerned. He's like, "Please, sir, take your time."
Okay, it's all good. We're coming down. We're coming down. Fair warning. Fair warning.
Make way, make way! You do not wish to be bowled over. Those in front. So you guys make your way to the center
Okay, so
ring.
we're doing this,
Hey,
right?
make
We're
more
doing
way.
this.
We need a lot of it.
I'm whispering to all of y'all. You're like, believe, we've got this.
I believe it.
All right. So you guys take me through your. So no, Mr. Light ushers you to the center ring, and he says, "Well, hello. And who is the leader of your troop here?" As he waves his vein around, waiting for one of you to speak up.
I guess I usually try to speak up.
You, Mr. Bugbear, yes. What is the name of your troop of performers?
We got a name. We got a name.
I didn't know we had.
Crap. The odd ones.
The odd ones. Oh, what an! We're all odd
worked,
ones
that
here.
worked.
You found your home. Welcome. Yes. What will you be performing today, odd ones?
A feat of strength
Yeah.
and dexterity
A feat of strength and dexterity. Do you hear it,
And
everyone?
jerky.
and jerky. Yeah,
And
It's the important part.
jerky.
he whispers down. He says, "We're talking about dried meat, right?"
Yeah.
And jerky. Everyone.
Yeah.
There will be doing feats of strength, dexterity, and jerky.
Right.
It's important. We enunciate. It's a family show. Now, without further ado, the odd ones! And he boom.
You just turned into a jellyfish.
He goes off to the edge of the ring to watch you with intent. And as he enters the shadows, you can tell that
He's intent. Watching with intent.
he is. That's funny. As he enters the shadows, you can tell that that he's definitely enjoying himself. He's definitely a showman, but now he's scrutinizing your act at this point. Like you can tell he's also got a bit of a he's
The
a
judge hat is on.
yeah he's paying attention.
All right.
All right. So you two stick together. Go over there, and I point at like just a section. We're gonna make a triangle. I think is the best way to do this. You'll be on one side. Rusty. You'll be on one corner.
Musty.
I'll be one corner, and these two will be another corner. You throw Meek at Rusty. Try and get a high arc if you can. And you open your mouth. If you can make your magic work, make it bigger.
Yeah. I'll do my best.
Big as
Yeah.
possible.
I'll do my best.
Freakishly so.
I'll do my best.
His jowls just start hitting his chin.
There's some of the show that's lost if you don't watch it on YouTube.
Perfect. All through.
Let's aerodynamic.
All through the turkey. You catch it. I'm not gonna look. Oh.
All right.
Oh God, we broke the.
Hiccups a little bit. All right.
All right, we're doing this.
Yes, sir.
Hey, everybody, look at me. Hey, everybody. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to my corner, reach behind me, and pull out like a bag of like dried food.
Yeah. Everything is very quiet in the Big Top now. There's a little bit of whispering. A baby can be heard crying outside. A little old lady unwraps a Werther's lozenge
For 10 minutes.
and you can hear it so clearly.
Turns out that one was double wrapped.
Yep.
I don't have any inspiration.
And now it's time. It's time for you to perform.
I don't think any of us have gotten inspiration, have we?
It'll be
Oh, I got
John
inspiration.
did one time.
Yeah.
my man.
Throw him swiftly
ringleader.
and clearly.
All right. I nod.
I have no doubts that this will go well.
This is gonna work.
I
We
believe.
got this.
We can't hear each other. We're so far away.
I believe this will work. I believe this will work.
All right.
Some of my chin got in my mouth.
Let's just do this.
I couldn't close around the jerky. My lip got stuck on my nipple. All right, enough. I'm so sorry. Josh, you can cut any of this out.
We're
in the
taking
future.
a long
Oh no, we're
time to
keeping
do
this.
this.
We're keeping this. This is gold.
All right. I nod at Eric and Mick,
Right?
and then I nod at Rusty.
I nod back.
As you all nod,
I
got
nod
in
several
position.
times with one nod.
as if perfectly, possibly the spell of prestidigitation or something, you can hear music begin to play that fits the situation.
It's the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah. The lights come in.
Oh, this is definitely Duel of the Fates.
Yeah.
Right when that happens, I drop my hand down and you see a single piece of jerky.
All right, let's get this. Let's make it happen.
Got a little give to it.
This is where you take over, I think.
Okay.
Tell us the mechanics.
All right. So the first thing that's going to happen. Who are we throwing first? Are we only throwing? We're only throwing Mick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're throwing
Mick. I
The
say
chunky
it.
chunk.
I say it three different ways, Josh. Mick. Got it. Mick is getting tossed.
Mike.
Large fat man.
Harold.
So, Eric, you reach down to pick up Mick, a lot lighter than he looks, which
Get
is
a-
great.
Good grasp.
You grab him at the thigh.
Oh, I was gonna try to hold him. Like I was gonna try to reach down and use my long limbs and try to hold him with one hand, and then try to throw him.
Where are you grabbing him by?
I guess. Yeah, true.
Both his little feet.
His little feet.
It's like you grab me by the hips and pick me up, and my feet are still on the floor.
So you reach down and you put a hand down, and Mick steps on your hand. You could definitely curl him.
Maybe
How
like
much did you say you weighed?
A 179?
179.
179.
Oh, yeah,
And I can lift 400.
Maybe like
Yeah.
face away from me, and then you have like the lace together fingers,
yeah.
and you like.
Yeah, I like that. So we
Yeah,
turn
we'll do
around,
that.
you put down your lace fingers, and Mick steps into them. And then on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, you and try to throw him. So roll an athletics, a strength check for me.
With belief.
All I can think about is that water balloon is like go down.
Oh man, hold up.
You have inspiration. You can re-roll.
No, I think this is quite a good roll.
The
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Athletics.
strength.
That's 21.
Nice. Mick flies through the air.
So, with prestidigitation,
Yeah.
it lasts for up to an hour. I want to just create small sparks that like fly out behind it.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect.
Doing it.
Take
Can
that's
you make
gonna.
can you make the butterfly wings flap?
They're flapping. Most of me is flapping at this point.
The odd ones as a whole just received a point of inspiration to be used wherever you need it.
Yeah.
Not all of you individually, but for this specific moment.
We're gonna need it.
Yeah, for this specific moment, you guys all get, like, you know, you don't have to use it. Anybody can use this at point of inspiration.
Cool. I like it.
So, sparks flying as you fly through the air. It now moves to Prince's turn.
Am I rolling an attack or just straight up dexterity?
Roll, I would say, an attack. You are trying to throw jerky
Can he help?
into the mouth. And yes,
That's the big
you
mouth is
roll
for.
you roll a dex check to
Dex
catch.
Oh man.
Back at it, boy!
Don't you have advantage because he's helping?
17 plus 1.
Ooh, man.
I got a 3 plus 5!
No, he's throwing, so you're helping, so let's let you roll with advantage on that.
So he ended up dropping it, but I like pulled out my own.
15.
All right. So the help helps him. You toss. I'm picturing you going on. You had like showman style. It's not just a. You
Yeah.
like have the jerky out, and then you with wide arms toss the jerky. It spins one time, and then takes a perfectly straight path as it flies into the jerky. But your lead was just a little too much. You knew you'd have to lead him, but he looked so heavy, you thought he would be traveling with a little bit more speed maybe or whatever, but he slowed down with the air drag. And so out in front of him is coming the jerky, so instead of being sideways for the whole crowd to see as he's flying, he turns his head and then grabs the jerky out of the air in between the two teeth. You turn back towards the crowd and smile as you fly, amused to no end.
Throwing a herring to Shamu.
With a mighty beat of his wings.
The sparks are continuing to fly as you start your downward descent towards a tiny little goblin boy. Man.
Like an Ontagian nightwing overtaking its prey.
Is there anything we can do while we're done doing our thing? Like, because
pretty
we're
much-
kind of just standing there.
You
once we're
kind
done.
of pretty much just pose. I mean, this is happening within
like
2
2
seconds.
seconds.
2 seconds.
He has not been airborne for minutes now.
Yeah.
I feel like I was born here.
The crowd at this point going wild, but also they go wild at the beef jerky. Yeah, jerky! Like people are froth like that guy who froths at the mouth and then passes out in Avatar. There's like people like, just people are freaking out, but then they realize this giant fat man has to land.
What
And then-
goes up?
And then you can almost with a whoosh of the air created by everyone's head turning at the same time.
Tower, we're on final
Everyone-
approach here.
Everyone's head at the same time turns to Rusty. The spotlights now, two giant ones were on Mick in the air. One of them down to Rusty.
I love
I
it.
don't necessarily have to catch him. He just has to land on me, and then I can lift him up at the end.
As the two
Never to be
beams,
So we've got 2 tries for this.
as the two beams.
So I'm like arms pointed straight out ahead. I'm like swan dive straight your way.
I have a
So-
glass of water.
So this is like professional high dive. Like they get to the top of the art and just like
Yeah,
90-degree angle with the spine, and we're going in.
it's beautiful. The two lights are coming together. Roll a strength check.
Look at me! Look at me! Look at me! I can fly! Look at me!
That is a 14. Should I re-roll with our point of inspiration, or do we think that's good?
I mean,
Are we able to use that when we?
It's only for now.
Yeah. And this
use
is-
it. I
this
mean,
is
as
the
well.
last thing.
That's the last thing we're doing, I'm sure.
14.
So,
Better be good enough.
I mean, we said that you can hold this amount of weight.
Yeah.
And so catching this
I
amount
also
of weight
believe.
Yeah,
is
you also
harder
believe.
than holding this amount of weight,
Believe
but not
harder.
that much harder. You go flying in, or he comes flying in. You, for a split second, you think you lose a little bit of confidence in the situation. Like, I am kind of small. I'm not afraid. but I know I'm small, and so
It's like there's a shadow around me.
I want to do like the Kung Fu Panda thing. Like I want to like slide one foot out behind me, like
Lawrence Fishburne.
the foot goes around, and you go to carry him as if you were catching a baby whale.
Because that's a thing people normally do.
I mean, how else would you catch a baby whale?
come on, Rusty. You've done this a million times.
So, Mick comes flying in, slams down on your arms. For a brief second, is very slippery. Your feet are pressed into the sand. You're down to the knees in the sand, which you thought would be a problem, but actually helps you and stabilizes you. And then as you get him, he's going to slide forward off of your hand. You think you almost don't have him, but you realize, oh, he's soft.
Did you catch me on a roll or between a roll?
And in the space, the very flabby space between his breasts, and then the other flabby space at the top of one of his thighs.
How many flabby spaces do I have?
They're all flabby spaces.
90% flabby space.
You lock your hands in. Mick lets out a small yelp.
I hope I'm not grabbing nothing important.
As soon as he makes that noise, the crowd all gasp. And then, with the sound of all of pieces of your armor clanking together and the groan of your joints and muscles, you're locked in a pose like a Greek statue. Both the spotlights are shining off of you. Glistening in the light is the sweaty skin of a transmogrified Mick. Mr. Light, the first to make any sort of response, stands and says, "That was magnificent!" And then the crowd just goes wild, hog wild. I think someone died in the crowd. Someone had a heart attack. Someone is carried off on a stretcher. There are little fairy sirens going off. Mr. Light is not taken aback by it all. He slow claps, a tear on his face.
Can we use that point of inspiration now?
We already did. A tear on his face, and he walks past you quickly and he says, "Hold that pose." And then he goes out in front of you as you're holding the giant whale.
Shockwaves emanating.
Just in case if they fall.
As you begin to do that, Mr. Light has stood in front of you between you and the crowd, and he says, "Enjoy the rest of the carnival." And then the lights go down.
Oh.
So I've been saying, "Look at me, leave me now." I'm like, "Don't look at me, don't look at me."
All right, you're going to have to stick the dismount. I'm going to lean forward. You got to roll off the side, okay?
So I just go back to regular size me.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
Good job, everybody.
We
Well
did the thing.
done.
Do we get a prize?
Is Mr. Light?
Mr. Light is still... He's not standing there anymore. He's walking away, and he does turn back and he says, "That was beautifully done. I loved it very much." And
We've been training for months.
He doesn't stay to really stick around and chat with you. He's just like, this is a nightly occurrence. You guys did a great job. Congratulations. He congratulates you. He says that's wonderful. You're on track to be the Witchlight Monarchs this evening, but I've more work to do. I'll see you later, hopefully, at the what's it called?
Crowning of the Witchlight Monarch?
Yeah, at the crown. Yeah, sorry. I'll see you later at the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch. I don't decide. It's my vein that decides. But what a beautiful performance. The odd ones. I'm going to write your names down. Maybe I'll send you a letter next time we're in town. He turns around and is writing in his notebook. And he walks back into the staff area through the back of the tent.
You might be crowned the Witchlight Monarch at that, what's it called? Oh, yeah, the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch.
Oh, man.
Look, Mr. Light is tired. He's been through this a few times. He's got this.
Yes,
Clearly.
but he is now gone.
Hey, I think we could have a shot at this. I didn't see anybody else getting up there.
No, yeah, I think we're doing good work.
Yeah, good job, everybody. Yeah. I like it.
You're the lightest fat man I've ever caught. Well done.
How many
Thank
have
you,
caught?
Rusty. Thank you. I appreciate
Uriel
it.
exploded many times throughout his career. And, it wasn't necessarily an intentional catch, more just an inability to get out of the way in time.
Fair enough.
Understood.
Fair enough.
Oh gosh.
All right, we're back. From outer space.
everyone.
So, you guys have just successfully wooed and made excited the whole crowd of the Big Top Extravaganza. The carnival is clearing out. The knuckles are being cracked. The meme is now just finding anything that John does to make noise.
Quit breathing.
Don't do that.
Like you burped in the middle of that breath.
I'll find a way to make this loud.
Somebody had to do it.
It wasn't a burp, it was just me breathing.
The burp comes later.
Anyway, the Big Top is clearing out. It's all but empty now as you guys kind of gather yourselves. Mr. Wit or Light has already left the building. He headed back in the back towards this area that you guys have seen. Remember, we talked about there. We might have talked about there being wagons with a hedge around them when you flew over.
We saw a pumpkin
yeah.
man walking through there.
Yeah, with a bunch of
Pumpkin
wagons.
With a head of pumpkin.
But the Big Top is clearing out for a moment, but there are several acts preparing to do their act stuff. Like, there's a few... What are a few things going on over there? Let's see. There is a little firefly circus. Some guys getting ready to do a little firefly circus. There's a halfling contortionist folding themselves up inside of a tiny box nearby. People are just getting ready to get the Big Top back going. Some of the shows going on there. But you guys are free to do whatever it is you want to do.
I think we obviously know what to do next, which is the Pixie Kingdom, since, Candlefoot suggested that we should do it. Well, didn't suggest, but said that
Yeah,
there were
like,
some problems over there.
I mean, unless we want to work on like a follow-up act or something. Like we just got to do one thing, right?
No,
You're gonna need another fat guy.
Another fat guy. For that,
More jerky.
I have more jerky.
I like you.
Hot sauce.
I don't have hot sauce. That's the way to take it up. But let's go to the Pixie Kingdom. I agree with that. We should go show them some love, apparently.
Yeah, why not? Let's head to the Pixie Kingdom. Let's do it. Hey, what time is this crowning of the Witchlight Monarch? When is that?
Like midnight or something?
This was, I think Big Top Extravaganza was midnight.
Yeah.
So
It's like 4 in the morning.
at like 4 in the morning.
4 in the morning. Basically, like the only 3 people who are left in the whole place. They're like, one of you will be the one.
One of you is gonna do it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, let me go home.
All right, look.
Yeah, I mean, it says 8 on the thing, whatever that is.
8 in the morning.
I don't think it's a time. I think it's the 8th hour of the carnival.
Where do you see the 8?
It's
Oh yeah,
there.
this
it's
is hour
hours.
1. Yeah.
VIII.
Yeah. All right, so you guys leave the Big Top
With style.
and you make a right out of the opening of the Big Top and you are headed to the Pixie Kingdom, but you don't get very far.
The Pixie
Because
Kingdom butt.
as you come around this way, you see that same old bugbear with a pumpkin helmet walking out between the Big Top and this little area of games, coming from what looks to be that area with all the wagons in it. And he approaches you. He's a big old bugbear. He's wearing dungarees and a pumpkin helmet, as you can see right here. I'll hopefully have it on the screen for people watching on YouTube.
He's a bugbear?
But he's a big old bugbear.
With some overalls on.
With overalls and a pumpkin hat.
Yeah.
He's a cutie patootie.
Hello, good sir.
He approaches you. He hears your hello. And he says, "Hello. Follow me."
Hey, wait, where we going?
Why is that?
Management wants to see you.
Hey, did we win the prize, fellas? Did we win it?
I don't think this is a surprise.
Well, it's a surprise a little bit.
Yeah,
but
it is a surprise.
I don't think it's a prize.
Probably just getting congratulations on our act.
Yeah.
Let's go find out.
That'd be nice.
He's already
Tell you what,
turned
go ahead and
around
lead
and
on.
like lumbering this way, and he goes,
Hey, what's your name, big guy?
My name is Burley.
Burley.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Seems like a very burly name, right?
Early.
It suits you.
Mm-hmm.
The bugbear leads you to a circle of wagons, leaning against a particularly. Hold up. Yeah, he walks over. Sorry. First of all, he walks over to this hedge that
Blood
surrounds the
everywhere.
wagons. He waves his hand, and some of the hedge comes back to form an opening into this area with the wagons. And whenever the last of you walks in, it closes again behind you.
That's a neat trick.
And he leads you into the middle of the wagons. Boom, boom, boom.
Does he make that sound when he walks?
The tuba guy following him around.
He says,
Don't worry. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are in good spirits. They just want to talk to you.
Okay.
Hey, that'll work.
That sounds good to me.
the
Wait,
bugbear.
Is there a point at which we should worry?
I'll let you know.
Yeah, okay, that
Just
sounds
wouldn't
good.
Screw up something.
Let's do this. Where they at?
He walks you into the middle of all these wagons, and it says, the bugbear leads you to a circle of wagons. Leaning against a particularly ostentatious wagon is an aging clown with a painted grin. He puffs on a bubble pipe and glares at you as the bugbear, ignoring the clown, opens the wagon's door and ushers you inside. So this is the clown that you see out front of, of the thing.
I would not approach that.
Blowing his bubble pipe. He is displeased, and
We found the villain.
the bugbear the bugbear Burley ignores him and opens the door.
He is every man's villain.
As you guys are all ushered inside, you have to duck to get in there. You guys kind of got to pack into this wagon. But sitting inside this wagon, a flamboyant elf grins from ear to ear as he welcomes you into the wagon with a theatrical bow. He says, "Please come in. It's a delight to re-meet you all. I am Mr. Light, as you know, and this is my associate, Mr. Witch." Mr. Witch, he gestures to a stocky elf lounging on a bunk. Mr. Witch nods to you and doffs his top hat.
Ooh, doffing.
Yep, so this is what you guys are seeing in there.
Ooh.
Mr. Witch
Whoa,
and Mr.
that
Light.
is
That's
a lot
a little
creepier than I thought.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good to see you all in a little bit more of a casual setting.
Yes, it is a more casual setting. We truly wanted to ask you here because it has made its way around the carnival that you all are responsible for the increased mood around here. You were able to allow Candlefoot to propose to Palasha, ushering love into our carnival. A few other things I heard about, and then, oh my, the performance in the Big Top. I told Mr. Witch, and Mr. Witch said, tell him what you said.
I said it was pretty good.
He said it was pretty good. He said that.
It's pretty good. You hear that, fellas?
Yeah,
and he's not focusing on the bad things we did either.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So yeah.
Did he move his shoulders like that?
One.
He said it was pretty good.
One shoulder. Whose
I'll
shoulder?
take that. I'll take that.
Yours.
His shoulder?
He
My shoulder?
walked over and grabbed your shoulder and jiggled it. No. He moved his own shoulder, like, kind of, look to the right, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta look after that twitch. Yeah.
Okay, is he okay over there?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
You
I like it.
Well, this is the day of my daughter's wedding.
Don't worry, that's kind of how he's going to go.
So what we've been doing good,
Refuse.
and you say we've been doing good, and you've heard about that.
Yes, you've been doing good for our carnival. Of course, whenever we come to a new place like this, you never know what the local riffraff will be like or what your patrons will be like. Yeah, you never know what they'll be like. And you never know what they'll do. And we're very fortunate that you've been here keeping things on track and making folks happy. We even heard that ever since you had a kerfuffle with that little troublemaker, Kinku.
Oh. Racist.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, we had a little chat. Everything's fine. It's all good.
I think it was all just a misunderstanding.
No.
we're running a business here. No race. We're not racist.
She's a person first and foremost.
I'll tell you why we didn't bring you here is to be lectured on, socio-political issues.
That's fair.
Hey, Mr. Witch there, why did you bring us here?
That is what I would like to say next. To answer your question, excuse me. I'm performance mode. We just wanted to express our appreciation and get to know a little bit more about some obvious showmen such as ourselves.
All right.
So we'd love to know, what might...
We'd love to know what brought you to the carnival, says Mr. Witch. What brings you here tonight?
I lost something.
We all lost something here.
I'm pretty sure I lost something, but I can't remember.
And you?
Presumably.
Yes, I have lost something as well.
So you're telling me you were not drawn here by the flashing lights, the beautiful sounds, the enticing atmosphere?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's all that, but I mean, at the same time, it's like you lose something, you start looking around. It's like, well, where'd I leave it? I don't know.
My house also exploded.
It did.
That's
So
the thing.
I was out anyway.
He was not able to return home at the time.
To be fair, when I came years ago, it was all very exciting, and that's what first drew me here.
Right.
Mr. Witch looks at you, and then he looks at all of you, and he's like, wait,
I shouldn't have said that.
actually, I think I do remember seeing each of you here at some... First of all, I got a thing for numbers, but also faces.
Numbers.
As you can see, he pulls at his business suit.
You're the manager?
I'm the manager. And keep things rolling here. But also, I got a thing for faces, and I seen y'all before. Some of you when you was children. I know exactly who you're picturing. I feel like in your those like Uncle
Tony?
Vito.
Exactly.
Uncle Vito TikTok. He's becoming that guy, and I do like that guy a lot. All right,
That is rolling.
just
Try
as
to give yourself a break.
yeah, just as an advertisement.
You're your biggest critic. Everybody else thinks you're doing great.
Yeah, there's a guy on TikTok who like morphs his face to look like like a busted up Italian old guy, and he's
Talks like Robert De Niro.
yeah, and he gives you like a pep talk, like you just like Bryce said, you're your biggest critic. Everybody else thinks you're great. Give yourself a break. It's the middle of the week. Is hump day. You've been taking care of the beginning of the week. You're gonna do the same thing to the end. Just give yourself a. Anyway, that's kind of what Mr. Witch is gonna sound like. He says, I got a thing for faces, and I remember each of you when you were at least 8 years ago. I saw you. So you're telling me you lost something here at the carnival?
Well, yeah. Have you
Well,
seen
first thing I want to do, assure you, not our doing. We don't have any control over that. Not something we are doing to you. So if you're here to make an accusation,
No accusation.
absolutely
We're just looking
not.
around.
That's not.
But it also, like, we went to the lost property, lost and found, and it's not like a little box. It's more of a heap. So, is this something that happens a lot?
Let me tell you what I tell everyone. And this isn't gonna be a band-aid on the wounds. Let me tell you what I tell everyone. We're gonna tell you now that there are forces at work on the other side that are entirely beyond our control. Isn't that right, Mr. Light? That's right. It's beyond our control. And that's not the right voice. It's beyond our control. It is. That's right.
I like the other one too.
Yeah, it's beyond our control. The wheel of time turns ever
That's a
on.
great book series.
What's lost is lost. And what's gone is gone.
Also, it's a great TV series.
I don't know about that. Because one of your employees, what was her name again? The girl that was guarding the lost and found?
Derlegron?
I don't know about that.
You
Because
remember
one
that?
of your employees, Delagrand, actually lost something too. One of her daughters?
The child.
Child. Yeah.
Star.
Child.
That's
You
her
remember
name.
She lost.
I wrote it down.
We have
Oh, there you
we brought you here to
congratulate you and to learn something about you. We didn't bring you here to be accused. I'm telling you, it's
No, we're not here.
And
to
there's
accuse.
forces
We're
at
good.
work
Mr. Witch,
that you don't understand.
we're not trying to accuse anyone. We're trying to solve what's happening here.
Yeah, it's
We want to fix everything. We want to help you, basically.
Maybe not everything, but we do want to help.
We want to help y'all.
Right. I mean, so what if it has something to do with this hourglass thing, you know?
Let me tell you something. We crossed time and space with this carnival, from Feywild to the material plane. We take this show far and wide. Look at us. We got a little more experience than a couple of greenhorns like you for one. So when I say that there are forces at work beyond our control, they're definitely beyond your control.
Are we being insulted?
A little bit, but I mean, I think I'm okay.
But I feel like that's kind of
His
y'all.
voice is so smooth, it's hard to tell.
Right. Like, I think I'm okay with being insulted by this voice.
I don't want to irritate you or try to accuse you or anything, but that was... Y'all were basically calling for that when y'all were like, traveling across dimensions and all that. Y'all are gonna get in trouble.
You're saying running a carnival is asking for trouble? No way.
Absolutely.
No, nobody's
Starts
saying.
rolling up his sleeves.
Everybody, I want to help you a little bit.
Because you do realize when you mess with time and space, there's gonna be consequences.
Well,
with that.
You're a bugbear. I know bugbear, so I'm gonna help you. We're not altering time and space to travel here. We just cross. What I'm trying to say is that I've been around the block a few more times than all of you guys. I can tell.
Yeah, and we respect that. We totally respect that.
Yeah, everybody roll a history check for me. This is not information you have to use, but I do want to remind you of it just in case it's not coming to
Oh
you.
my god.
What that ain't know?
5?
We'll call it 5. 5 minus 1.
15.
That's like an 8.
21.
All right, I'm going to take the highest one. It comes to your mind. Actually, really everybody but Josh here, because that was a bad roll.
That was a terrible roll.
All that fat clogged your head.
Well, it landed on a crevice there.
It did.
That's a 9 minus 1. Okay, so that'd be 8.
Everybody but Mick remembers the thing that Kettlesteam told you. Remember, she overheard a conversation somewhat damning.
Well, he mentioned it.
Yeah.
Maybe I was talking over you. Say that again.
Yeah, because I
What'd you say?
you just casually said, yeah, so what if it has something to do with this hourglass coven?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't even hear you say that.
It's okay.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to be in your face about the hourglass coven.
All right. So everybody remembers the hourglass coven. Let's say like the cloven. Let's just picture it. You didn't say that. I didn't hear it. Bring it back up now in this pause, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so what this doesn't have anything to do with that hourglass coven, right?
He cuts his eyes at you.
I want to re-roll.
He cuts his eyes at you, and Mr. Light slides away from you a little bit,
What?
away
What'd I
from.
say?
Remember, we're not here to accuse.
No, I'm not accusing. We're having a conversation here.
Just speaking of facts and
Right.
information.
Right.
How do you know to put together the words hourglass coven?
They kind of fit well.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds cool.
I'll give that to you.
They do sound cool.
But that's not the answer I'm looking. That's not the right answer.
Well, you're not gonna get the answer unless you tell us the answer.
Well,
He stands up and rolls his sleeves
He
up.
rolls up your sleeves.
He stands up, he rolls his sleeves up, and he says, "Listen here, I didn't learn your name, and now I don't care to know it. But I can assure you, I will wipe your big, hairy ass all over this carnival, and there'll still be plenty of time to clean up before we're done, okay?"
You got some of that jerky? I mean, this might be entertaining.
Yeah.
So
We'll give you a piece of that.
why don't we keep the threats to ourselves there, big guy? I got a couple big guys outside too, you know.
I wasn't trying. I didn't mean that menacing.
Well, then you need to learn to figure your words out. Then back to this situation.
Right.
Hourglass coven wedge.
He just threatened
Yeah,
to body
well,
train you.
Somebody we heard somebody mention it. We were just walking around. It was in a crowd.
I did realize that.
You didn't hear that from a crowd.
Yeah, we heard it. We was just walking around.
Nobody talks about that in the crowd. It's never been mentioned in
We're
the
a
crowd.
crowd.
Well, we walked
We're
past this
crowd.
one tent, and it was somebody. It sounded kind of like you fellas, but
Roll a persuasion check.
Can he
we
get
help?
advantage because I'm
cannot
talking with him, trying to help?
I'm gonna say, I would say yes if Mr. Witch didn't know this particular situation so well. I would give his extreme knowledge that you don't know he has an equal amount of help, I guess. So I'm gonna say that probably we'll just do an equal roll here.
this might be in game right here, fellas. All right, you ready?
You died.
It's a 2 plus 3.
All right.
That's like
Hot chow.
18, right?
He's eating it like hotcakes. He believes every word of it.
Ooh.
Sorry, let me find.
He's gluten intolerant.
Actually, I don't have to. All right, no, yeah, he outrolls him.
Oh.
He says, "Now I know you didn't hear that in a crowd. I can assure you didn't hear that in a crowd. Did he hear it in a crowd?
No, I can assure you did not hear it in a crowd. It's never been spoken outside of this
Why does
wagon.
it matter if he heard it in a crowd or not?
We heard
If
it
it's-
from his
If
inside
it's
the tent.
true,
Yeah.
then I feel like that's a much bigger issue than where he heard it.
All right.
Man's got a point.
We will come clean a little bit about a few things, but I'm gonna assure you of one thing. We got our balls in a vice here a little bit.
That's painful.
And I'm not gonna tell you
He's got grease.
anything about the Hourglass Coven. First of all, outside of this wagon, no more. No more mention of Hourglass Coven. Do you understand? I want everybody to nod.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That's
right.
Well, we haven't talked about it
No.
with anyone except you anyway.
He looks up at Eric.
I need you to nod, big fella.
Yeah.
All right.
Rusty's nodding.
Now, what we will
It
tell
creaks.
you is we are not the carnival's first owners. I'm just worried you're going to get things twisted with this information. Again, I need to know where it came from.
No, you seem
Bring
knowledgeable.
that to your mind before I finish what I'm about to say.
Bought an established business. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It was a bit of an exchange in the
Right.
Feywild.
Yeah.
We were not the first owners. It was an honest to God trade.
Right.
Promise.
Right.
I'm telling you, everything here is above board.
Okay.
Unfortunately, with this Hourglass Coven,
Uh-oh.
we got our balls in the vice a little bit.
It seems to happen a lot.
Does any of y'all else's employees know about this? Or is
No,
it just y'all?
no one knows about this. I'm surprised you know about this. So obviously, it must have been that Kinku sneaking around. Was it the Kinku?
No. Like I said, we was in a crowd.
Roll again.
Yeah, that's
We
a
heard it through,
deception
we heard it
right
through the tent.
Roll again.
I'm not lying.
Roll a persuasion.
We were in a crowd. We heard it through a tent.
But
13.
all right, he's satisfied with that a little bit.
Oh, wait. Do I,
Yeah, 13 plus what?
do I have advantage?
Oh yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
You have a special.
Yeah, because you're all at charisma checks, you get advantage or like
Right.
proficient.
I
or
immediately fail all
Yeah.
deception checks, so don't let him ask me anything.
No, it'd be something. Something you got from the carnival.
Yeah,
Right.
it was from the lie thing, not the lie thing, but all the saying thing.
Yeah, it was that I didn't have it written down here.
Fear.
But yeah, I have like advantage on anything charisma based
Probably
until
have it in your
dawn.
notebook. Where is your notebook?
Can't run it.
You said.
I know, right?
But
yeah, that was for like seeing through the
There's a notebook up
orb
there.
thing that like reads through your
Gotcha.
fears.
All right, cool. So, no, you don't have to.
Really?
No, we already rolled. You're good. You already won.
Wait, but don't you? Do you
see a
get?
notebook up there?
Yeah, there's
there's
no
two.
book. It's above the fluff one.
Do you have any modifiers that
Plus
better
3.
it?
Here,
Oh, okay.
Watch.
Oh, you already did.
Power Street.
What's it say on the back? What's it say on the back?
Arrows.
Arrows.
Oh,
Dear Comet.
it's all good. No. Might be in the trunk of my car.
So he's satisfied. He's like,
It had to be. I don't know what tent you were outside of, but it had to be that Kinku. She's making trouble, but I
when he's
understand.
saying like I don't know what tent, I'm like looking around at like the.
From what I know, her Fey patron is Zabilna. Zabilna also the patron of this carnival. No secret there. in the Feywild. She keeps us running. She's disgruntled, I think, Kettle Steam. This Kinku, you might have seen her causing trouble. She's disgruntled, hasn't had contact with a patron. That's what she's told us. That's what we've heard. You guys, we also have not heard from Zybilna.
Well, you talked to the Kinko, right?
We've never spoken to her directly. We've never spoken to her directly, ever. We've only seen her around causing trouble in our carnival. Calm down.
So, you traded for, bought this place, and the deal with the Coven was already made, essentially?
I'm not talking about the Coven anymore. The more we mention that, the more of a problem it's going to be. All I'm trying to say for you guys is, sorry you got something taken, but like I said, it's out of our control, therefore it's out of your control. So I suggest you guys go back, keep doing a great job of enjoying the carnival. It's only half over. You're celebrities around here. You've done wonderful. It's amazing. They threw a fat man. He was so much fatter earlier, and I told you it was great. But again, we got a business to run. We can't be talking about silly things we don't know anything about. So, why don't you guys just head out, enjoy the rest of the carnival? We'll keep doing what we do best. Very sorry about your lost things. But the wheel of time, she never stops a moving. What's gone is gone. He checks it. He pulls out his pocket watch. It's very shiny. It's a beautiful pocket watch. It's almost got a magical glow about it.
Does it have a wheel?
He pops it open. No wheel, to your knowledge. He pops it open. He opens the wagon door behind you a little bit, and he slides past, opens it, nods at Burley, and he says, "It's been a pleasure." It truly has been a pleasure. Hope to see you again at the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch. And I know we've had some serious conversations in here, but I can assure you, you just enjoy the carnival. It's no... We just want you to have a good time. I promise. I truly do just want you to have a good time. I don't want you to get hurt.
Is it possible if I can make an insight check?
Sure, on what?
Just if they're being truthful
Oh,
or
yeah.
not.
While he's doing that, and just so you know, like no hard feelings. Like we're not upset about nothing. We're good. We're good.
The feelings could not be any more pliable.
Right. And hey, what's up with Giggles out there by the tree?
Pliable. Instead of hard, I guess.
That's a 14.
Giggles?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Thaco?
I don't know. He's
Nice.
he's old. He's a clown guy. He's got the bull bubble thing. I mean,
He's old.
kind of giving us the hairy eyeball when we walk in.
He's old. He and I cut from the same cloth. We love the fun, but also we're business minded.
Gotcha.
Speaking of Thaco, tell him Light. Speaking of Thaco, he'll make you any balloon animal you want on your way out as a prize for being so entertaining at the Big Top Extravaganza.
Like any balloon animal?
Any balloon animal you wish for.
I might take you up on a challenge of that one.
As you guys, I assume you guys are stepping out. They seem to you to be completely honest.
Okay.
Based on the reason I say that is because I don't have to roll. I'm sorry.
They honestly
But they do
want you to
seem
leave.
very honest about. They've seemed very genuinely concerned for your well-being and to being truthful about what it is that they're saying. They usher you out of the wagon, and the door closes behind you.
The thing from Disenchantment.
So Burley is with you, and he says, "You heard him. Any balloon animal you want."
I mean,
Can I
that
get a
seems like,
Tarask?
that seems like a legitimate prize, right?
Do it. Dance for me, puppet.
Let's see. So
Dancing man.
Thaco is over there, and he says,
It's like a 40-foot balloon.
A Tarask.
a Tara. Okay. And he takes out a balloon and like. And it's like a Tarask that's about the size of your head, and it just magically floats around your area.
That's fantastic. That's amazing. Good job.
Yeah.
Jinx.
You'll
He
get
just
He just puts up like the OK symbol, like.
Hey, wait. Can I get one of those?
And you.
I got this thing for earthworm. Can you do an earthworm?
It just a single balloon just floats around your head.
Yeah. I don't know how you did that. That's pretty awesome.
Can I get a deer, please?
Dear? Yeah, all right, you go. I got you.
Easily amused until dawn.
Yeah, sorry, I can't do the noise, but a deer with white antlers and brown balloon, body floats over towards you and begins to float around your head.
Oh. That looks...
Hey, Rusty, you want some kind of animal?
Does
It's a
it have-
prize.
Does it have to be an animal? Can I get a pirate ship? Can you do a pirate ship?
Pirate ship is not an animal, Rusty.
Yeah, I can do a pirate ship.
Can be. Arg.
Pirate ship appears that he makes and it floats around your head and he says, all right.
So it's just gonna keep floating around.
Yeah, it's like a little aura around you.
Dope.
Nice.
I want. Can
For
it,
a little
can
while.
the Tarrasque land on the book?
Sure. Yeah, I forgot your book is hovering around you. People should notice that a little bit more.
Could I move it more down to like my waist? Not my waist, but like more my torso
Adjusting
instead.
orbit.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's hanging around you. You guys, you just have a singular balloon.
One, like, it's a
circling
good
you.
4 feet long or so.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, just one long piece of balloon. Remember, until dawn, I'm easily amused. Easily amused.
I don't-
It's
Perfectly
not
straight.
Up and down.
Oh,
It's-
now
it's like
that's awesome.
horizontal, floating around you in the worst possible way.
I don't need much.
Instead of like floating around like horizontal, it's like floating straight out.
Yeah, that's what I was
like
thinking.
the hands on a
it's
clock.
Exactly.
Oh man! All right, so he's done with you. He's displeased. He goes back to, like, at the moment he lets go of the pirate ship, like the bubble pipe is back in his mouth, and he's just like staring off somewhere else.
Does
And
pirate ship have cannons?
yeah,
Cool.
it's got little cannons. They don't work.
Pirate
though.
ship have booty.
Can I use
It's
my
full
magical
duty.
tinkering to make it sound like the cannons are always firing? Like it's in a little ship battle all the time?
I don't see why not.
Sweet. I do that.
Okay, so you drag your balloon thing out of the sky and like tinker on it for a minute and put tiny little cannon mechanisms in there with magic, and it's in a constant battle with the Tarrasque every now and again, and when you guys get close. And
Did you say
Fun time.
Tarrasque?
He did.
Tarrasque, sorry. Why is that so hard?
It's Italian.
Yeah, it looks the same.
I know,
They
but
do.
I always thought that's what it was.
Tarrasque.
It is now.
My bad.
Anyway.
I always see it in my head before I say it. Tarrasque.
As we're walking away.
So Burley.
I pronounce the L in salmon whenever I think it in my brain.
Salomon.
Solomon the Wise.
Slam.
So you guys walk over to the hedge maze. Burley waves his hand. The hedges go back out, and to your surprise, he walks out with you to usher you back into the carnival. But before you get back to the main thoroughfare,
To my surprise or to my easy amusement?
sure, to your easy amusement,
Hey.
if you like. But the hedge closes behind you. He bends down a little bit and he says, "Hey, hold up a minute."
Yeah, what is it?
He removes his jack-o'-lantern helmet.
Oh, God!
He's ugly.
And he's a little
I'm
cute.
just kidding.
Puts it on.
Ugly lady.
He puts it on the ground, and he's got a worried expression on his face.
What's wrong with the guy?
Jack-o'-lantern face or
And
the...
he says, "I heard what you guys were talking about in there.